Good evening, everybody. We are back here Monday evening, 8:30 p.m. Central European Time. I am Dr. Kristal Lau, your host. I got distracted, sorry. It has been a week, and I'm going to talk about some things today. Yes, so we are here Monday evening with Monday evening conversations, and the whole point of doing this once a week live is twofold. One is for me to be consistent with creating content, because it is just absolutely difficult for me to pre-record a lot of videos. Editing is a bane to me, and I just really don't like the process of that. So it's just to show up, and to show up as well for the rebranding of my YouTube channel, which before this, the focus was on postpartum health and well-being for moms, dads, parents, and everyone who's involved during that time. But then I decided that that was a bit too narrow. It wouldn't allow me to grow. So I decided to do a shift from the more health focused content to a more lifestyle content. So after thinking for a while, over like almost the whole of 2025, I decided the YouTube is going to be Living with Change with Dr. Kristal Lau, where I am showing up as your Malaysian auntie, because I am absolutely embracing the auntie era a little bit earlier than planned. But for me, the auntie era is about the mindset and certain behaviors as well. Hopefully not bad ones, yeah? And I want to show up here as your online Malaysian auntie who just happens to be a physician, award-winning author, entrepreneur, mom of two, all of that stuff. Because, you know, Asian aunties like to boast, right? We like to boast about how great we are, and I'm better than everybody, and everyone should take my unsolicited advice. But it's all in good fun to embrace that persona, and it allows me to be a lot more creative with the content. So a couple of things I wanted to go through today. Oh, but actually before we start, big disclaimer, because I am wearing my doctor title and because I'm also revealing my physician background to all of you, you must remember that although I am a medical doctor, I am not your doctor, meaning that all the content on this YouTube, the lives, the pre-recorded videos and all of that is only for educational, informational, and sometimes entertainment purposes, okay? Because this is now a lifestyle channel rather than just pure health information. So if you have any concerns or questions about your health or health conditions, you have to go and see your health provider, right? Very important, huh? It's something if you ignore and you try to come around with me, yeah, gonna take the slipper and okay. So now, how are you this Monday evening? I am very, very tired, but for a good reason. But how are all of you? Are you feeling like the Monday is a drag? Are your Mondays usually like this? Or maybe Mondays are exciting because it's the start of the week and maybe you are doing things that you really love, so you're very excited to get the week started. You know, let me know. What does Monday mean for you? And how does Monday usually feel for you? Yeah, I know that in general, for most people, Mondays tend to be a bit of a drag because you may be stuck in a work environment or even in a home, personal environment that just isn't what you're really looking for and isn't what you're feeling good about. And Monday just reminds you the start of a week full of work you don't really like, or colleagues or customers, patients maybe. If some of you are in clinical care, maybe it reminds you of the start of a week where you just don't enjoy, you know, doing all those things and meeting all those people. Or some of you are in a caregiver position, meaning you're caring for either children, you're a parent or an aunt, a grandparent, or an uncle, or whatever. You know, you're looking after children, or you're looking after adults or older kids with disabilities. You're a caregiver, and maybe Monday feels like a drag because it reminds you of all the upcoming appointments. Or maybe Monday is a breath of relief because maybe some of the respite places are open and you're able to send your loved ones there so that you can take a break, which is very important, by the way. That's something that I used to encourage a lot to my patients and their caregivers back when I was doing geriatric medicine in Australia. And this is something that the medical team at the hospital, we work very actively with the social workers to educate as well as encourage and help the caregivers of our elderly patients to apply for any type of support necessary, just to give them a break as well. Very important, and especially for parents of children, regardless of the age. Yeah, it's important to spend time for yourself. So, let me know what your Monday is like. But for me, I'm just very tired. Very tired, mainly because of the lovely women and female menstrual cycle. Yes, and this is a topic I think it's important for us to remember and also continuously talk about, because it's normal. Half of the population has these cycles, and also there are a lot of women who don't have the cycles anymore, of course, those in menopause, whether it's an organic, age related, kind of as you age and you get menopause, or surgically you encounter menopause because of medical treatments you've had to have for your health and survival sometimes. Yeah. So, I did read research lately, and this is something I think I'll share more on my LinkedIn rather than on a lifestyle channel, because I'm tapping into the tiredness of my luteal phase right now. Is that I don't want to get so heavy on the science here, because there's so much information out there already. Yeah, I'll get to this in a bit. But I did read a paper, which I actually want to go read more about, just to update my knowledge, about women's health, women's biology, physiology, is that there is a theory that even in women who encounter menopause, they are still cyclical or cyclical, however you want to pronounce it. I'm Malaysian, so I will pronounce it however that I see fit. And I think that's interesting, which makes sense if you spend your entire life, having a monthly cycle. Even once the hormones are gone, that's kind of the programming, right? So I'm going to read more about this, and if you guys want to see more of my type of academic, clinical-ish side, more professional type of writing, please go check out my LinkedIn and follow me there. Eventually I'll start my blog on my own blog website, but that's a task for another day. So I'll just go have a look at those things. So I think it's a important thing to remind yourself, those of you, my ladies, who are here with me and watching today. I think it's important for us to be very mindful of where we are in our monthly cycle, because how each phase affects us is different. And sometimes even the premenstrual or the luteal symptoms that you are experiencing could differ from cycle to cycle, because of your environment, stress load, whether it's physical stress or mental, emotional stress. Depends on what you've gone through, that month leading up to your menses, how your nutrition or food intake is like, and all of those things. So it does affect them. And I think that's why it's important to, I'm gonna have a pause because I see a warning on my thing. Never mind. All right, I'm still kind of getting used to this streaming thing, by the way, y'all. So bear with me, and you'll see that I have I'll be uploading a couple of my Twitch live streams onto another playlist here on YouTube, because lifestyle channel, right? Just so you can see how spectacularly nonsensical this first couple of attempts are. But so be it, right? I mean, I don't mind so-called failing publicly. It's okay for me. Yeah. So yes. So back to the monthly thing. I think it's important for us to understand that we are trying to fit into systems and social constructs that have never been designed to match the biology of women. That's just a fact and reality, huh? So Again, that's why having, the ability today, internets and all, to do things that allow us a bit more freedom. And, I hope that you're all eventually able to find a work environment, a team, or if you're running your own business, like find a system in a way that kind of honors how your monthly cycles are, so that in a low time like this, like I feel so sluggish right now. It's been like this I'll probably be like this for a good 7, if not 10 days before the menstrual cycle starts, or rather the menstrual phase, bleeding phase begins. And I just can't really do much. That's why showing up here tonight was really quite an effort. And I don't really have a pep in my shoulder. And I'm kind of like, well, I did force myself to put some lip balm, a little bit of color, because why not? But at the same time, going back to what I was saying about, getting the systems and social constructs today, me wanting to show back up online to be consistent with my content is going to require me to show up honestly, regardless of how I feel. Of course, some days I can, let go if I just really don't feel up to it. But honestly, everything rewards consistency regardless of how you feel, right? And so, yeah, it's okay lah. It's 30 minutes online today, which involves about kind of 15 minutes in the back end to actually full 30-ish minutes, because before the stream starts, I kind of make sure everything's going all right. And then after this is done, I kind of go and tidy things up. So yeah, we will get there. So absolutely. I'm not sure if my video is lagging. Please let me know, because I'm trying to view things on one side and it kind of looks like it's lagging, but I don't know. We'll see. Okay, if it lags, then I absolutely, apologize. And we'll try again next time, okay? So now, let's see. The next thing that I want to do is to talk to you about that's right. The next thing that I wanted to mention to all of you is that those of my ladies with ADHD and neurodivergent brains, bear in mind that every month your symptoms of ADHD or how your neurodivergent brain functions, it really does depend on your menstrual cycle as well. So it can get quite annoying because it takes a lot of tracking, and that is something that I have noticed I really needed to do over this past almost 6 months plus. I really had the chance to pay attention to myself, my body, and so it's worth keeping a diary. And I know keeping diaries and journals are really difficult for those of us with ADHD and neurodivergence, because I've tried a lot and I've always had I always have that shiny object syndrome where I just I buy a journal and I fill it up and then I leave it and I don't fill it up again. So I do I do try my best right now. What works is just to I have my actual calendar in my phone that I track the day one, and then I just kind of chuck some notes here and there. So use whatever app helps you, and if you swap things around, I feel like because we memorize so many things and we keep so much information in our head, that you'll notice the pattern. That's the strength of that ADHD neurodivergent brain as well, is that pattern recognition is very strong once we really allow ourselves to tune into it. So definitely do that. And then you start to feel like, why does this feel like, why is it every month I'm so just extra cranky or whatever it is? So keep that. But then, it's good to document, because then at least you can bring that to your psychiatrist or your therapist and tell them about this is what's happening, your GP or primary care doctor or primary care health provider. So that's always worth looking into. Yeah, there's something to keep in mind, which is why, for those of you whose Monday tends to be a bit more chaotic, because after you have a wind down weekend and then everything jumps again, and say, with the ADHD and you're going through a part of your menstrual month, the monthly cycle that just wrecks how your brain is operating, allow yourself to take a moment. Like, I've really had to allow myself to just be sluggish, like a literal slug that moves so slowly, and just kind of exist, and it's quite interesting because my ADHD medication, I had a really bad side effect experience, so I don't really want to take it anymore either. I need to talk to my doctor about it. It's just a lot of changes during this time, yeah? And so, talking about change, this is why I also figured that having a channel that specifically highlights living with change, it just aligns with the literal month of a woman, and I am one. There's plenty of you out there who are women as well. Or you're living with a woman or a young lady, an adolescent, right? And we're all cyclical. Change is pretty much what drives us every day, the female biology. And I'd even go as far as to say that the men don't escape that. It's just that their hormonal cycle is 24 hours, which makes it a lot easier, and they don't have a lot of the major problems we do with our monthly cycle. But still, it's a cycle, right? So change is what we are dealing with day to day. So it's very important for us to be flexible and live with this, yeah? And that's why, I really hope in the near future we are able to reach a point where we can slow down, honestly. And as much as I am being quite gung-ho right now to show up online, like, yeah, I'm gonna stream on YouTube on Monday for Monday evening conversations, and then I'm gonna now show up on Twitch on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sunday. I'm gonna do all that stuff. But end of the day, that's kind of all I'm doing, because I am not going in to slice all my videos to make reels. I'm barely posting on social media because it's too much. And but the reality is I still need to make content for my small business to gain visibility and all of that good stuff. So I still have to show up some way, and I'm choosing to do something a bit different that really works for me. And over time, I think regardless of how, change is the only constant, right? If you looked at all the algorithms online over the past couple decades, when the internet has come up and blown up, change keeps happening. And this is really what a lot of companies need to do to keep people excited about stuff. Change the new layout, change the phone. That back in the days you had the Nokia 3210. I had that. It was fun. And then you had the flip phones, and then it became cool. And then you had you had then the BlackBerry smartphones came up, and then you had the iPod. Like, so many new flashy things to keep people so excited. But end of the day, that's always going to happen. And we have to live within that frame. And so, choosing to show up how we like during all these times of change, I think is important to help us just, personally to cope with so much of that, because it's honestly just too much. Some days, like I'm young, grew up with the internet when it was all exploding, and learned how to use Napster and LimeWire. So y'all know what that means. And so it was quite easy for me at some point to really adapt to using new things. And I used to play a lot of games as well, so just a lot of new things you have to learn quickly. Yeah, even with each new Sims that came out, Sims 1, 2, 3, right? And then Diablo as well, and patches that come out for games. Sometimes they change things and you just gotta adapt. And then when you're playing different games at one time, the controls are different, so change, has always been there and a highlight. And it's just that sometimes it still gets too much, and it's okay to slow down, because you know why? Even if you miss out on the new trendy stuff that's happening right now in this cycle of whatever trend it is, just wait. The next one, they're going to change again, and there's going to be some new crap that everyone who had just mastered that previous trend is going to have to learn again. So you just wait lah. And then the next time this new stuff comes out and you have the energy for it, you have the resources to spend time to learn the new thing or get people to help you with it, then you go and do it, and you're going to do so well. Okay? But at the end of the day, you have to look after yourself. Okay? This is something I am learning to do better for myself as well. Yeah? Which is why today is a bit slower. And I'm just going to be here and allow myself to be sluggish. Even last night when I did my stream thing on Twitch, I kind of was just not really talking much. And I was just like, you know what? This is going to suck so bad. This stream is going to suck so bad, but it's okay. I still managed to get some work done. Still managed to make some minor decisions related to the back-end operations of my small business, and life continued. And then the day continued, and what has been lovely is allowing myself to really accept that I feel like this and not to push myself. It's been good because I have 2 small girls, and it's been very important for me to show up for them in a way that I am honoring myself as a woman and as a girl and as a female, because I unfortunately never had very strong female role models. And what that means is I never had women role models who truly loved themselves, and I never saw women enjoy being a woman in this world. So that stuck to me for a very long time, even till today, that I am seeking still women role models, because I want to know what it means to be a woman in this type of world. When I say this type of world, I don't mean this planet. We're very clear on what planet Earth has to offer all of us, humans and animals and microscopic creatures alike, and plants, right? Flora and fauna. But the humans have created a lot of systems and social constructs in this world that I have no idea, honestly, what it means to be a woman. And I have some idea now, which is great, but it's still a bit of a search, a bit of a journey, because I've never had those type of women role models growing up. There was a lot more self-loathing and general hatred for other women, that is what I observe, rather than the opposite. So the search continues, and that is absolutely something I will share on this channel as I maybe eventually start to do interviews with just women I meet. They absolutely don't have to be famous. If I ever one day get to interview famous folks, great, but I will treat them exactly like they are. You are a person first, and I just want to know you as a person, because I mean, yeah, great if they're famous, but the whole point of me also doing a channel like this is for relatability. Because, you know, I mean, again, like I said, there's so many informational YouTube channels and videos out there, a lot of fantastic women creators as well, whether it's for personal branding, business, health information, you know, professionals, all of that stuff. And, you know, by the end of the day, I just wanted to do something more just relatable to the day-to-day ins and out kind of thing. So lifestyle channel with a spin on it means it's not quite like a, hey, watch me eat. This is my tea. What is this? This is my vanilla tea that I got from a Rossmann in Germany. I don't know when. The expiry date on the tea packet is still good till later this year. So that's what I'm having. You know, and oh, look, a half-eaten brioche from my child's dessert. Sure, we could go that way with lifestyle channel, but lifestyle is literally so wide. We can define it however we like. So for me, I'm going to talk about just day-to-day living, because even in the things I'm doing within lifestyle medicine, it's very important to talk about health habits, health behaviors, and health goals, specifically related to what the patient and the client's reality looks like. Because if we can't make that connect, there's no point. And honestly, this is not even a lifestyle medicine thing. This is just a health thing, whether you are giving clinical, you know, treatment or non-clinical treatment. This is just how you approach health. And, you know, on the last kind of note, I do want to say that I do find it ironic that there's so much emphasis on this lifestyle medicine thing today. You know, please granted, I'm part of that whole community here in Europe. But at the same time, maybe I've just been very lucky in Australia to have met a lot of mentors and teachers who have always trained and drilled into me and my peers, at least from what I remember, that lifestyle is just part of getting to know the patient, is part of that history taking. When you first meet the patient, even when you're admitting them for an acute sickness in the emergency department, you're bringing them onto the ward, you take a full history as much as possible. Of course, first to treat the big problem that they have so that they don't die or get a disability from it. And then once they're on the ward and things, you know, stabilize, then you actually take more history to learn more about their lifestyle, because then you make a discharge plan with the rest of the multidisciplinary team. Well, at least this is how we do it in geriatric medicine. And then you really tailor a discharge plan and then some support for this patient and their caregivers' lifestyle. So, I mean, it's great that we have the focus now on this aspect in clinical care. But to me, I don't know, I think I just feel like, why hasn't this been common knowledge? But, you know, training systems around the world differ. I know the United States have a big monopoly in the online voice, meaning that their voice and their experiences are the loudest from all aspects here. Whether it's the physician side or the patient side, it's just one of those things. You know, American culture export is pretty high. So, you know, but just remember as well that the experience of your health system is not what it is like online. It really differs locally as well. Of course, many of the frustrations remain quite similar, yeah, but there's still a lot of little nuances that makes a lot of the online complaints sometimes not quite matching, you know, to what you're going through in your country, in your place. Okay, all right, we are at 9 p.m. now. I thank you so much for joining me today. I'm glad I'm able to show up for you and with you, because I just feel so I just want to go to sleep. But yes, I will see you all again next week for another conversation on the Monday evening. If you have any questions, pop them, in the comments. I will absolutely bring them up next week. Or if I see anything else interesting, I will definitely bring that up as well. Okay? You take care.